right in his coffee cup. Then he heads off for the jukebox like he always does to play $2 worth of George Jones. He stopped loving her today. There's a jukebox at the Last Chance Saloon. 5 songs for $1, it'll play their favorite tune. Some will laugh, some will cry, some howl at the moon, while they listen to the jukebox at the Last Chance Saloon.
Here's your host, Randy Fincham.
What amazing Amanda? Amazing Manda here. Gosh, this is going to be a great night. We've already had a great night with our previous. We're here to give each other big heads and to make the guest feel loved. And gosh, I already love this guy anyway, so it's going to be great. But we got a few things before we get to that. Hope everybody had a great week. Oh gosh, it's been a great week. It's hard to believe it's been 7 days since we were here last. Anything happening with you, Mr. Awesome Andy Parton?
Had a really good weekend. You know, I'm glad I'm actually here tonight. You know, of course, last week we had a little emergency right prior to the broadcast. Of course, my daughter's doing great. Word of advice is if you're ever moving anything in particular and your child is around, just make sure you let someone else hold a pallet. That's just word of advice. Thank God her foot's not broken and it's actually, you know, healed and she's doing a lot better.
Glad she is. Glad you're back, man. Amanda, you got a story to tell, right?
Oh, yeah, no biggie. But, yeah, just really quick, I want to tell you guys about what happened at my house, which to me was huge. Today is my baby girl's birthday. Yay. She turned 6 years old today. And not only did she turn 6 years old, but as she was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, she told me that her tooth was hurting, which she just lost a tooth a couple days ago. And then I looked at her, and her top front tooth was bleeding and hanging. And I was like, oh, awesome, you're going to lose a front tooth on your 6th birthday. So a few minutes later, she yanks it out all by herself right before we came here. So I was like having to help her, you know, make sure she wasn't bleeding. So that was exciting. So my 6-year-old daughter lost a front top tooth today. So that was really cool. So it was just a little fun little mom story thing.
Now, are you going to put a $100 bill under her pillow to let her know?
She deserves it since she pulled it herself. I think that would be awesome, but unfortunately, Mama's broke.
Well, I'll pull one of my own teeth right now for $100.
The tooth fairy. Will you pull a tooth for?
I'll pull 2 of them.
Believe me, I have one that I need to pull myself. So
I'll pull 2 of them for $150.
I love it. I was going to ask. It was a quarter when I was a kid, and I'm a child of the 70s and 80s. You know, and I hear the tooth fairy does follow the rules of inflation.
Yeah.
What is the going price? And you got some little ones. What's the going price for if you have a child that goes loses a tooth? What's been the going rate?
I'd say right about $5. I put $5 in her pillow before. Yeah.
I picked the wrong age to start losing teeth. My gosh. Jason Adams.
I think the last one my kids lost, I gave them an IOU.
So it all works out in the end. All right. Since we are all about the music here, Amanda, we're going to give away some tickets to Folk Fest coming up in, 3 short weeks after the 9 o'clock Central Hour. But I love this guy. I met him at the Smoking Hit Songwriters Retreat a few years ago, and his partner up on stage now. He's talked very good about him for months now. Everybody, please welcome. It's going to be a great night of songwriting craft, and everybody's absolutely going to love. Make welcome Mr. Bob DeYoung and Mitch Collins.
Yeah.
Thank you. I figured it was only fair I bring Mitch, seeing how we co-write a whole lot of songs together. I thought maybe you'd hear his version, because it's bizarre. We both play the same song. You'd never know.
Yeah. That's one thing I love. You know, we were going to talk about, and we'll talk about Dave Gibson later on in the show. You and I have both written with Dave. Dave has Daddy Never Was the Cadillac Kind, but him and Bernie Nelson play it 2 distinctively different ways, and I love that. Mm-hmm. So I cannot wait to hear the Bob DeYoung songs I've come to know and love in the style of Mitch Collins. And now you guys, Bob, you're in Rising Phone, Georgia, originally from Florida.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
Why is it? That's
because I'm in the witness protection program.
Okay. I know somebody else. I'm not going to say her name, but I think she may be listening tonight. Who I'm not going to say what I just did. That that grew up down there. Nobody who was in Florida, and I met another guy last week from there. Where is the Florida pride for the natives? There is none. It's like, we don't want to talk about that. It's like it was a bad experience that they just want to get away from. Why?
It was a bad experience. It's just we're all over it.
Yeah.
All you got to do is come to the mountains.
That's true. Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, you're in Georgia, though, Rising Fawn,
I am.
right outside of Chattanooga. Both of you guys are fairly active around the Chattanooga area with a lot of people we've had on these shows. Courtney Holder, Jesse Black, Doc Norm, was it West? What's Norm's last name? We met him up there.
Norm West?
Yeah, Norm West.
Yeah.
Marilyn Harris. Norm hadn't been on the show yet, but we'd love to have him.
Marilyn hasn't been on the show?
No, Marilyn has. Norm hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Norm hasn't. But I was just looking through your website, BobDeYoung.com, right? BobDeYoung Music.
BobDeYoungMusic.com.
Yeah, BobDeYoungMusic.com. And I saw a lot of names that I recognize and know that have been on this show before. So a lot of talent down in the Chattanooga area.
Yeah, we really do.
Is that how you two met?
Yeah, we met at an NSAI meeting, actually. I went to one that year, and he went to one that year. And we met. So
I know I
meant to be,
shouldn't. I
guess.
shouldn't put it this way, but there was about 8 people there.
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, I'm not leaving until I get this dude's phone number."
There you go. Well, that's cool. It is a mutual admiration for each other's
definitely.
writing even before you two started co-writing.
Oh yeah, it's a real pleasure to write with them.
Definitely.
Well, let's get to it. Who wants?
Isn't it a pleasure?
I'm trying to be nice.
We're like torturous on
Yeah.
each other, man.
Well, this
Yeah. Yeah.
if you can insult each other, you got to be close because you got to be close to do that. That or be drunk, And I don't think you have been drinking anything, so it must be close. Who wants to go first? Now, Bob, this is your choice. This is your call here.
Yeah,
Who's
Mitch is going to open tonight.
All right, Mitch.
I brought him here so you could hear him.
All right. Well, been looking forward to this since December. so.
Okay, uh-oh. I better live up to it. Yeah, this is a little song that actually Bob and I wrote together.
You can't play any songs we wrote together. I'm going to play them.
Well, you can play this one, too.
I'll play it
We'll play
anyway.
this one totally different.
There you go.
Yeah. This is, sometimes life is just not fun. So this is kind of one of those songs where life's just not fun. So, sometimes it feels like you're running up a landslide. And he had that line in another song. And I was like, we got to write that song. Let's write that song. Can I have that line? So we do. We wrote that song. Here we go. So. My girlfriend thinks she might be eating for two. A letter from my landlord was stamped past due. The ex-wife called, said that last check bounced. I do what I can, I won't let it get me down. I work 2 jobs trying to pay the bills, but there's never enough. Man, I feel like I'm running up a landslide. Every step put me farther behind. If I stop, I might get buried alive. Move a little faster, push a little harder, trying to hang on. Running up a landslide. My keep on going is running on empty, but the tank's not dry, so there's no stopping me. 'Cause I'm no quitter, gonna stay strong, charging straight ahead like nothing's wrong. I might trip or maybe slip and fall, but I keep on believing I can have it all while I'm running up a landslide. Every step put me farther behind. If I stop, I might get buried alive. Move a little faster, push a little harder, trying to hang on. Running up a landslide. Nobody promised to me life would be easy. So where I go from here is up to me. So I'm gonna run up a landslide. Every step put me farther behind. If I stop, I might get buried alive. Move a little faster, push a little harder, trying to hang on while I'm running up a landslide. You know that's life.
Oh, yeah. Mitch Collins,
Thank you.
Nashville Night. Great way to start it out. Yeah.
Like I always say, you're welcome. Anytime I bring Mitch,
Oh,
somebody
my
to hear,
gosh.
you're welcome.
Yeah, when was this meeting between you? When did this take place?
What's that? What's the question?
When you two, when was it you two met?
What do we do?
How long ago did you two meet?
2 years? I don't know.
Oh gosh, yeah,
Couple
about 2 years. A little 2 years. Yeah, about 2 years.
Feels like longer, or just seems like yesterday?
No, it's like give her 2 years, give or take a couple. I mean, I don't really
you go.
know. You have to ask
Yeah.
my wife. She knows everything.
Yeah, well, Miss Joy DeYoung, I hope she's out there listening. You know, I was going to try to
She's-
tag you. You're not on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, with the harmonious attitude
Yeah,
of the people
dude,
on
hey,
Facebook.
listen, I'm sorry, I just
He gave
can't.
up. I don't know why he gave up Facebook. He does not do Facebook
Hey.
anymore. I don't know.
As uplifting as it is to the spirit and gives you faith in humanity, I don't know why you would not want to be on Facebook. Yeah. My gosh.
Same reason I don't have a Twitter account.
Going back to that post that you posted the other day there, Mr. Randy, I loved it. It was great for every one of Randy's friends. They know what I'm talking about.
There's nothing better than logging on to see somebody you've known for a few years say, "You people are idiots. Just unfriend me now if you did this and did this." You know, so. You know, who has time for that? NFL draft coming up. Yeah, I mean, gosh.
Who needs Facebook? I got a web page.
That's right. And I'm married. If I want to get insulted, I just got to go to the next room. That's it. I don't even have to do anything, right?
Hey, who needs Facebook when you can just go to work? I mean, goodness gracious.
What's work?
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Back
right.
to the
Bob
music.
doesn't work.
Back to
No, I do work, but I work 1 to 2 hours a day.
Oh yeah. Wait.
There's a difference.
Well, Bob, we are coming up on the top of the hour. We have expanded. We've got a couple of networks we go through now. Of course, WFMCJams.com. Heat FM Radio, Mr. Chris Cataldo up in New York City. I'm just metaphorically just maybe
I was looking to
pointing
see if
at
we
the
were on
speaker
TV.
there. No, we're not on the TV. We need that feature back.
That works.
But Chris up there, hello, how you doing? We'll get back to going hopefully some more stations here soon. Nashville Songwriters Radio Network. So we're all around. We're about an hour south for the new listeners of the Music City. A rich, Tennessee is just a magnet for great talent. And we have week after week of great people to choose from. No exception tonight. So we look forward to keeping on bringing it, not only tonight, but shows hereafter. So why not start us off with a song to get us up to the 9 o'clock hour, and then we're going to give away those tickets.
Okay, am I going to do a combination vocal mic on this guitar, or somebody's going to turn that plug?
Oh, wow. Hang on.
Can you hear that?
Well, can you two swap guitars, buddy?
No, it's off. It has to be off over there.
Hang on. Let me find out what Jason, Brian, producer Brian, do you remember what channel that Bob was going through on the guitar?
I think you'll be able to hear it. Can you hear the guitar?
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, I hear it.
All right. If you want to
Okay,
do that.
yeah, Brian can hear it. So
We're actually doing this backwards. Need to bring. Oh, we're going to get feedback.
hang on one second.
We good? I think that'll work. Who needs a plug? That's good. So listen, let me tell you where this song came from. If you have a friend that's a songwriter, be careful what you say to him. Because this entire song came out of a telephone call. Somebody, it's always about a girl, right? And she was leaving him again. She came back. Don't want to see you cry. Don't want to let you down no more. So I'll just let you go. If I could read your mind, if I could see inside your heart, I know just what to do. Gave you everything, gave you all I had to give. Still it wasn't enough for you. When the love is gone, you just got to let go. Don't want to be alone, but it's out of our control. When the love is gone,
I'll keep moving on. I'll keep trying to find my way. It won't be easy without you when you cannot find someone to love you like I do. Hope you'll find your way back to me. When the love is gone, you just got to let go. Don't want to be alone, but it's out of our control. When the love is gone, when the love is gone, I know our love is gone.
Bob DeYoung, Nashville night.
Yeah,
Oh my
sometimes that
gosh.
love just leaves.
You know, Mr. DeYoung, Bob, you're a crooner. You really are. You're a songwriting crooner because you have that certain just I don't know, the heart that comes through these ballads. And I hope you'll do my favorite Bob DeYoung song.
Oh, I
before
promise
the end of the night.
I'll do. I wouldn't come here without doing the one you
Oh
want to
gosh,
hear.
yes. We got. When I'm looking down at my phone, it's not that I'm not paying attention. I'm toggling through 3 different sites and all that to see if we have any message. Missy Carpenter says hello from Tennessee.
All right.
Mickey Collins says hi to Bob and Mitch from Chattanooga. Judy Reed Sarton, hello, Randy, Andy, and all from Oklahoma. Judy's out of the hospital. She's been in there for the last little bit. We've been praying for you. Glad you're out, and glad everybody's listening tonight. Cheryl Hutchinson down in Alabama on the other site, how we're coming through here. But hello, how you doing? Miss Michelle Holder, she watched the videos. I think she may be listening too.
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle and Courtney and Dad and it's Mike, right? Mike's a dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great people, and you have. There's been a strong, if we can sum it up in about a minute, and continuing to the next break, a strong connection of people. The talent kind of attracts each other down in the Chattanooga area, does it? That you two kind of
close-knit group.
Yeah, it's a close knit, very strong talent-wise group. It's evidence of what's on stage tonight. Are you responsible for that, Bob? Because you've had a couple of writers' nights and gatherings over the 5 years that I've known you.
Well, we did an 18-month, twice-a-month songwriter session at a location, and we're just moved to a new one. And we're hoping that works out. But we probably highlighted 20 to 25 different songwriters, so it's pretty awesome.
Wow. Well, you're welcome to give those a plug. After we come back from the break, well, we got Bob DeYoung and Mitch Collins here. First, 20 minutes or so we're down. We have another hour and a half to go. We're going to go that hour and a half. But you're listening to the Nashville Night Show on the Nashville Songwriters Radio Network.
You're listening to Music City's finest on the Nashville Songwriters Radio Network, NSRNlive.com.
May 5th through the 7th, Folk Fest at Stonewood Bluff wants to invite you to come join us for 3 days of amazing music, vendors, camping, and fun. Stonewood Bluff and Amphitheater is located on Harrison Ferry Mountain in McMinnville, Tennessee, and is the perfect backdrop for great musicians like these.
Top and jeans that fit so tight.
Too many artists to mention, covering music genres like folk, country, bluegrass, Americana, and blues. Folk Fest at Stonewood Bluff. Look us up on Facebook. WFMC Jams will be broadcasting the entire event. Contact me, Manda, at 931-259-7940 for more details or discounted weekend passes.
Back to more great music and interviews on Nashville Night.
Okay, we're putting the call out right now after that great spot. Man, a great job. I mean, gosh, that's going to be a great show. First caller, we got no gimmicks here. First freaking caller. Area code, is it 845-584, or is it 7? Okay, 845-584-1067. You win. What do they win? Miss Manda?
They win 2 tickets to Folk Fest at Stonewood Bluff the first weekend of May. You want to be there. Trust me, you want to be there. It is in McMinnville, Tennessee. Maybe a road trip for you. That's okay. Always a good excuse. Just call in and come check out our beautiful mountains right here in McMinnville. It's going to be a great weekend. Camping, music is just going to be continuous throughout the entire event, so you do not want to miss it. So call in.
So, Zach, what is the total number of bands that will be performing over this 2 to 3 day weekend?
As far as actual music spots, because that depends on how many people are in the 45-minute segment there. There's around 23 at this moment. So, yeah.
And growing, from my understanding.
And growing, yes. I actually talked to a guy this morning that is an amazing blues guy that I actually just met here last Thursday. And I feel really bad because I can't remember his name. Ronnie? Do you know what I'm talking about? Ronnie, can't remember. Anyway, that's in negotiation. Hopefully he will be playing Saturday morning. So, but the gates do open at 10 o'clock a.m. on Saturday and Sunday, noon on Friday. So, I mean, we've just got a lot of music. So, yeah, it's just going to be a great, great weekend. So we need people to call in and win those 2 free tickets. These are $50 passes for the entire weekend. Oh, no.
Okay, area code 845-584-1067, 845-584-1067. You win 2 free passes to the Folk Fest, and you better be calling here, because we won't do this but once a night.
Well, you know, what happened last week is after we had our caller, then we had people respond, oh, man, I should have called in. So, you know, this is their chance. And we announced it, hey, we're going to be doing it again, so this is your time.
At what point in the show do you give away the car?
The car, we were going to let the, at the end of the night.
That's later. That's later, right?
It's a Hot Wheels car, but it's going to be a car nonetheless. We have Bob DeYoung and Mitch Collins here tonight, songwriters extraordinaire. Well, you guys are very active in the Chattanooga Songwriters Association. We were talking about that before the break. What are some of the activities that go on in that? Both in workshops and out other stuff you do, side stuff, that anybody around the Chattanooga area, or even up here in Manchester could come down and be a part of. If
the Chattanooga Songwriters Association, we have a board of I guess you call them board members, and they're responsible for trying to get the word out, even if we're doing non-CSA events. But we have, matter of fact, it's going on right now at the Heritage House in Chattanooga itself. It's a really nice mansion where it's a completely unplugged acoustic set of songwriters in a real small, intimate setting. We also have television spots for those people that are going to be performing that evening on a couple of the different TV stations in Chattanooga. And we're in the process of also starting to put together more events. We have one coming up in May. It's going to probably turn into about a 6-month songwriter session. And there's also, this is going to be the 5th year anniversary of the CSA, so we've got some other events planned up. We also do some seminars. We get some songwriters from Nashville. They come over and they talk to the songwriters about the craft.
That's part, since they asked me to do the show about almost 2 years ago now, part of the thing I want to do was draw off the people that I've got to know up until then, and even more so. I've known you 5 years. You are a lover of the craft. You play out a lot. There's a handful of people I know that I love that keeps me going through all this, because it's an up and down thing. But one thing we always have is that if you have that thirst for the craft and that want to learn more and more, and we continue to amaze ourselves. Gosh, I wrote that. I mean, you guys have probably had that feeling a lot. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've learned this about the songwriting craft, and there's no end to learning. And what you do, we learn from each other. You've expanded your circle to everybody around you there, and it's very impressive how everybody's come together. Oh gosh, do we have something? Is this a new thing, a new caller? You are on the air. You're on Nashville Night. Who's calling? I think it's going to go to that first. So when we hear that, then they will be through here. Okay, until then, though, but let me rewind. I've known you for 5 years now. It's been 5 years. Hard to believe. It's been 5 years.
Hard to believe.
How long had you been up in when I met you at the Monty got the Smokehouse? How long had you been in Georgia, Tennessee, tri-state area?
We've been here since about 2006, so been almost 10 years.
Was the writing something that came, and I know we've talked about some of these things before, but we've got a whole new audience now. Was the writing something that came more so up here once you got to this area and there is a lot of music around, or was that something, Bob DeYoung, South Floridian, had dabbled in songwriting?
I'm going to really depress him. The songwriting came when I came up here. I used to play music many, many decades ago down in South Florida, but when I went into a chosen career, my daughter never knew, for 20 years, she never knew I played guitar.
Wow.
Because for 20 years, I never played guitar.
Yes.
I put it away, did my career, and when I retired, I said, let me tune this up and see if I can do anything, and I did. So when I moved up here was when the songwriting started.
Any co-writing before then? Because you are a co-writing fool now. I mean, you do it all the time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you co-write a whole lot, So what was the co-writing experience for you? Okay, let me backtrack again. Met you 5 years ago, fall of 2012. You win the Spoken Hit Songwriter retreat, the co-write with Dave Gibson. You go in and write with Dave Gibson. 6 number ones. Just had the new Tim and Faith song out. It's out now. And was that the first time you had co-written?
I had co-written with somebody before that. It was a completely different kind of music, though.
Yeah.
It was just, it still had some ballad, a little bit of country, but it was probably a little more rock than anything else. And
It's wild. Were there any nerves about, hey, this guy's got some number ones. He's the second guy I've ever co-written with, and we're sitting across the table. It's kind of you started at the top there.
Yeah, I've just never been, I don't know, I've never been intimidated by that. Besides Dave Gibson and Daisy Dern, they make you feel so comfortable anyway. Just went in and started writing. Actually, he was pretty brutal. Dave, you were pretty brutal on me.
But Bob's not shy.
He said, "This
yes.
is a pretty good song. If you want to write, why don't you go home and write it and let me know how that works out for you."
Yeah, me and Bob got to know each other a little bit before the show started, and I know that he has no fear, so that's a good thing.
Except for that semi that was running up on your bumper earlier today.
Well, hey, if you're not scared of that, then you're just not human,
Hey, nobody got hurt, nobody died.
Exactly.
Don't be
That's his
afraid.
philosophy on life, and I really like that philosophy. But one thing I wanted to ask, well, first of all, I just wanted to compliment you. You have a beautiful voice.
I think she's talking to you.
No, I'm talking to you. You both have beautiful voices. I mean, I'm not downplaying either one. I'm just saying you were the one earlier in our previous conversation. You do
I
have
don't
a
know
great
where
voice.
this is going now. I'm
So,
afraid.
no, actually where this is going is to your guitar, because your guitar has caught my eye, and I'm very interested in that guitar.
It always does, doesn't
Yes,
Yeah, that
and it
guitar attracts
should.
a lot.
So I want to know about your guitar. What kind of guitar is
it?
this
It's a
that you're playing?
McPherson guitar.
McPher- It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very unusual.
I have a very understanding wife and a very nice
Yeah.
stable of guitars. But
Stable.
if you really want to, you want to hear a nice guitar, you can go to the McPherson.
Yeah.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Awesome. You do sound great. Hey, we'll get to Andy. Andy's got something to say. I could feel it. He emits this energy. It's kind of like somebody nibbling
just
on
need
my
to
ear.
smack 'em.
Yeah, it feels like somebody nibbling on my ear here. But Gary Morris wants to know. He's down in Alabama. We're still giving away the tickets. Nobody's called. Somebody called, I think, and it got just
Hey, Mitch,
they
call,
hung
get
up.
2 tickets.
So the phone number to call in is area code 845-584-1067. 845-584-1067, and it is the Folk Fest, which is in Warren County. Where's the exact location of this?
This is at Stonewood Bluff and Amphitheater, which is on Harrison Ferry Mountain in McMinnville. It's actually 208 Pishlakai Circle, if anyone wants to Google that real quick. I really, really, really want them to get back to music, but I do want someone to call in and win these tickets too. So very, very quickly, as I can, which probably isn't that quick, I'm going to try to go through this list really quick of just the lineup. I'm not going to put in the times. I'm just going to run through the artists that are playing at Folk Fest the first weekend of May. So we're starting with Paul Cicero, Travis Humphrey, Marilyn Harris, East of Nowhere, Seth Boyd, Sean Gazaway, Tanner Hillis, Miranda Miller, Valkyrie Peterson, I'm probably saying Peterson, sorry. Charlie Williams, The Company I Keep, David Watson, Phil Holland, Kevin Myers, and Barry Bloodworth. They're all playing together, those three. Vanessa Hill, Leonard Anderson, who's actually playing 2 sets, who is phenomenal. He's a hippie jacks guy. Just looking around, Travis Bowling, Stacy Lawson, Travis Kegel, The Sonic Circus Review, Leonard Anderson again, Jason Adams, and then at the last moment, the last hour of the event, we're actually opening the stage to just a complete total jam session. So anyone who is there, any of the musicians that are still there, or anyone who's just there camping for the weekend that does play, the stage is open to them to just get up there and just jam, and that's how we're going to just blow this thing out with just a big, awesome, rocking event. So it's going to be great. So you do not want to miss this. So that is the lineup at this moment. It does change every couple days. Yeah, check it out on Facebook. There is a Facebook page, Folk Fest at Stonewood Bluff. You can also Google it. It's everywhere. It's growing every day. So you do not want to miss this. This is the first event. Next year is already happening. It's already starting. So you can say you were there when it started. So call in and get these free weekend passes for the entire weekend. This is camping, all this music. There will be food vendors there. There are a lot of vendors there. We've got people coming from Florida. The Get Rich or Die Trying lady, Stephanie, I'm so awesome. I can't believe, I'm blown away that she's actually coming all the way from Florida, her very first event. So this is going to be really, really cool. But there's a lot of people there that you're not going to want to miss, and we need to get back to the music.
All right, we are going to have a song here. So if the guys are playing a song, just wait till the song's over. There is a slight delay, but we will talk enough in between songs where we can get the phone callers in. But 2 passes, not just tickets, passes, Andy Martin, to the Folk Fest. Give us a call, 845-584-1067, 845-584-1067. Mr. Mitch Collins, really quickly, how did you get into songwriting? We'll talk more after the song. Are you, number one, are you a Chattanooga native?
I'm actually from Atlanta originally. Chattanooga's home. I've been there for 30 years. So, I started writing when I was in college. I picked up a guitar when I was in college. That's when I started. And I'd always written kind of poetry and stuff, but lyrics are totally different. Any songwriter, you notice that. But,
oh, yeah.
So then once I put a guitar with it, I started writing lyrics, and I don't know if we've got any better since. I sure do have fun doing it. So, my basement walls are my biggest fan. So
I love it.
Enjoy it.
I got to tell you, that's just not true. He's outperforming, and I got to tell you, there's people in Chattanooga that come just to hear him. Trust me.
So were you a Georgia Bulldog or Georgia Tech alumni?
Well, I was so young when I lived in Atlanta. I actually lived in Alabama for just a little while when I was
Roll
a kid.
Tide.
It was more of you were either Alabama or Auburn.
Yeah.
So,
But not both.
But not both. So, yeah, that was different.
All right, well, play us a song real quick. We'll go more into that, Andy.
Okay. I know my daughter's out there listening somewhere out in Colorado, so I'll play one I know she likes, like that.
Friday night, same old, on the couch, sitting on the couch trying to...
Is it over? Can I start over? Is it okay on the radio show?
You can always read.
That's a rule of songwriting. You can always start over.
Okay, here we go.
Friday night, same old,
Then again, you don't want to play that one for your daughter, do you?
Maybe not.
Now we want to hear it more than ever. Bob's just ratcheted it up to like PG-13 status, right?
Okay. I got it now.
Friday night, same old,
I don't know. think I've got it.
It's not meant to be.
I'll try that one. I'll try something different. How about that?
Mitch, I'll give you about a 10-second story here. Maybe Bob was there. The Color Music Festival. They put up Vanessa Hill, and I get up there in front of a whole room of people. This song means the world to me. It changed everything. And I have this long, little heartfelt speech, and I get up there and I can't even remember it. So somebody didn't think I was full of crap. They, wouldn't think nobody was full of crap. So, hey, it happens to
If it
everybody.
comes back to me, I'll do it later.
There you go.
I'll do a slower one. How about that? I'll do another one. It's called, this is about kind of a kid getting married, daughter getting married. She's not married, but she's got a serious boyfriend, but I don't think they're getting married anytime soon. They just like hanging out. So this is just about a daughter getting married. You remind me of your mother, the day we said I do. All grown up in your wedding dress, but still I picture you in plastic high heels holding daisies, always acting like a bride. I grin when Miss 5-year-old serious says, Daddy, come stand by my side. Every moment we shared lives inside my heart, decorating my life like finger-painted works of art. There at the end of the aisle, I will slowly let go of your hand and give my blessing to the world's second luckiest man. Barbie dolls and crayons gave way to makeup and calling boys. Teenage awkward changed to a young lady with charm and poise. Broken curfews turned into talking about trust and love and life. She kissed my cheek, said, Daddy, I love you. I'm gonna miss those times. Every moment we shared lives inside my heart, decorating my life like finger-painted works of art. There at the end of the aisle, I will slowly let go of your hand and give my blessing to the world's second luckiest man. I'll spend your tears might fall when I raise my glass to toast the future and touch on the. Every moment we shared lives inside my heart, decorating my life like finger-painted works of art. There at the end of the aisle, I will slowly let go of your hand and give my blessing to the world's second luckiest man.
Mitch Collins, National Night. Oh, my gosh.
Tommy, is that a great song?
My gosh.
There's only one thing that I'm particularly not fond of in that song.
What is it?
And it's that.
A good wedding song, actually.
Yeah, you both, when I hear songs like that, I actually want to get married a fourth time or fifth, you know?
You don't say that
I mean, I'll make that clear. Andy Parton, save me.
Don't ever ask your wife if she wants to get married again, because she might say no.
You don't know how ironic that statement is, but okay, here you go, Andy.
Well, I saw a tear rolling down your eyes here just a minute ago, too, while he was singing that. Probably one of the best father-daughter songs I've heard, other than Bob Carlyle's and Butterfly Kisses.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
Very kind. I appreciate
and,
that. I wrote that with a couple of friends of mine, so yeah, thank you.
of course, Kenny Chesney had a good song as well that talked about, you know, the relationship between a father and daughter as his daughter's getting ready to go to college. There goes my life, you know.
Yeah.
And if you're, you know, if you
That
have
song's
daughters
right in
yourself,
there.
it pulls at your heart, and you can't help it, you know. And I have two of my own, one that just started driving, and
God bless you.
and so I related, you know, to the material that you're writing there. It was really good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. And coming from a father perspective, it's beautiful, but that also hits us mothers as well, because I've got 2 daughters, and it just puts you in that moment of when that's going to happen, and it's almost like oh God, I don't want to